Hey everybody, this is David Shepard with Brickhouse Toneworks, and today I'm going to show you all how to make a blender pot or a no-load pot, depending on how you want to wire it. But a blender pot is typically used to blend two pickups together. It's real common on a Stratocaster with a five-way switch, where if you're on the neck position, you can use the blender pot to blend in the bridge pickup with the neck, and then vice versa. If you're on the bridge, you can blend the neck in with the bridge pickup. And then as a no load pot, that would be for the tone circuit. So if you want to take it out of the circuit completely so that you can brighten up the tone a little bit, give it a little bit more presence, that kind of thing, you can use it in the tone control as a no load. That's why they call it a no load, because you're taking the load of the pot out of the circuit. And it's real simple. All you're really doing is you're removing the carbon path off of the end of the pot, so that when you have it all the way up to turned all the way up to 10, it bypasses the carbon path, and takes the load out of the circuit, or keeps the pickups from bleeding together when you're using it as a blender pot. Real cool if you want to do this for like a Les Paul or Telecaster tone control, even on a Strat. If you want to do a standard Strat wiring and take the tone control out for maybe your neck and middle position, that could be cool. But also a blender pot as well. And yeah, it's, this is great. I don't sell these. I just make them for the harnesses that I do, like on a telly or whatever. And yeah, the other thing too to think about is when you make them yourself, you're able to keep the pots feeling the same. So you're using the pots that you have that all match as far as the spec, meaning the torque of the feel, the torque, everything about it, and you're just turning it into a no load or a blender pot. So you're not having to buy some random pot that doesn't match any of what you have. So that's kind of cool. But it's real simple. Let's dive into this. All you need is a pair of pliers, wire cutters, a multimeter, and oh yeah, a blade, like a scraper, X-Acto blade, something like that. So let's get into this. Okay, so here's my CTS pot. I have them in a 550K and a 275K. This one is a 275K solid shaft. This will be used as a no-load tone control for telly. But again, you can use it as a blender pot as well. It's the same thing. The back of it's got to come off, and it's held on with these four tabs that are bent around right there. And we'll just go ahead and we'll bend these tabs straight up and down to get everything apart. I like these wire cutters. These are flush cut. They're real thin, and they get underneath the tab so I can pry them open. And there you go. Everything's bent straight up. And then we'll take this apart. Some of these CTS pots, this part is actually connected to the phenolic piece there, so the whole thing will just come off together. But these, they're separate. So you just take this piece off and put it aside. It doesn't matter if it gets turned around the other way. When you put it back together, it still goes back the exact same way. And then we'll take the phenolic piece off, and this is where the carbon path is, which is this kind of donut right there, this black trace right there that's connected to both of these lugs on the end. And what we want to do is scrape away the material that is on this side of the black carbon path. So don't want to get into the carbon path itself, just the material on the other side of it. So on this lug right here, so if you're looking at it uh, basically face down like that, it would be the left lug. And so we'll go ahead and scrape that using a X-Acto blade, and just take your time, and you'll see it when you scrape it, the material will start to turn into like this dark brown phenolic material, and you just do that until all of this disappears. So let me zoom in so you can see. and then just blow the dust off of it, and you can see that that dark brown material showing through. There's nothing left that's going to make a connection to that carbon path, so we can go ahead and put everything back together. So I'll flip it over. Also, make sure your wiper, you can see the wiper is the part that's kind of bent and sticking up towards you this way. You just kind of want to turn that sideways like that between these two tabs, or you can turn it between those two tabs. But anyway, that'll help make it go back together without locking up. So we'll go ahead and slide that back on. Slide that piece on. And then I just kind of push everything down fairly tight against the workbench, because it kind of flexes. That wiper's kind of pushing up on everything. So we'll kind of push it down so it's tight, and then I'll just use some needle nose pliers to get in and push the tabs down real tight. And there it is. Everything is back together. Can't even tell it was taken apart. And it rotates from one end to the other. And we'll just go ahead and hook it up to a meter and see what it looks like. All right, so I've got it hooked up to my multimeter. Got it set on the ohm setting so that I can read the resistance. And then I've got the probes hooked up to the pot where the side that was scraped or bypassed is not connected to, and I've got one probe to the middle and one to the outside that's connected to the carbon path. And it doesn't matter which way you hook the probes up, it'll still give you a reading. But right now the pot's turned all the way up to 10, so there's no resistance on the meter whatsoever. But then I can take it and turn it back, and you can see 282 and on down to 0 as I turn it down. And then when you turn it back up, there you go, it's bypassed. Of course, when you touch the meter, it messes it up. But yeah, totally bypassed, just like it's supposed to. Blender pot, no load pot, whatever you want it to be. But yeah, it takes about 10 minutes, no problem. Super simple. And like I said, you can use it for your Les Paul, your Tele, your Strat, whatever you want to do. And you don't have to buy a special pot. You can just do it yourself. So thanks for watching, and like this channel, like this video, share this video, and visit my website, brickhouse.tone.com. Thanks.